When I first met Jenna, I thought she was one of the most organized people I'd ever met. She loved planning things, budgeting, and even had a folder for every kind of document. I admired her sense of control. It made me feel like my life was becoming more stable just by being around her. We moved in together after a year, and for a while, everything seemed peaceful and simple. Jenna had recently started her own small online business selling handmade products. She was excited but also stressed. Some nights she'd stay up until 2 in the morning, sketching ideas or packaging orders. I tried to help when I could, mostly with small errands and deliveries. I knew how much it meant to her to make it work. One weekend, I noticed a few new shopping bags in the apartment. Shoes, some home decor, and a couple of tech items I didn't remember buying. I didn't ask much. I assumed she'd gotten good deals or used her business earnings. She just smiled and said, "It's all under control." And because I trusted her, I didn't press further. A few weeks later, I received a strange letter in the mail. It was from a store I'd never shopped at, thanking me for opening a credit account. My first reaction was confusion. I thought it must have been a mix-up. I showed it to Jenna, expecting her to laugh it off with me, but her face froze. She sighed and said, "Okay. I was going to tell you." My heart skipped. "Tell me what?" I asked carefully. She looked nervous and admitted, "I used your information to open a few store accounts. Just small ones. I needed to get supplies for my shop, and I planned to pay them off before you even noticed." I stared at her, trying to understand what I was hearing. "You used my name?" I asked quietly. She nodded, biting her lip. "It wasn't meant to be a big deal," she said. "I was desperate to keep my business running, and I didn't think you'd mind since it's for something good." I felt a mix of disappointment and concern. I wasn't angry, not yet. But I knew how serious that was. "Jenna, that's not just borrowing. That's using my credit," I said. She avoided my eyes. "I know. I was going to tell you after I fixed it." Then she added softly, "I didn't want you to see me fail." Those words broke through my frustration. I realized she wasn't being careless out of greed. She was scared. Scared that her dream would crumble, scared that I might stop believing in her. But even with understanding, I couldn't ignore what she'd done. "You should have trusted me enough to tell me," I said. "We could have figured something out together." She started crying quietly. "I just didn't want you to think I was a burden." "You already help so much," she said. I took a deep breath, sat beside her, and told her I wasn't mad, but we had to fix it the right way. I helped her list every account she opened, every purchase she made, and we started calling the companies to explain and close them properly. It took days, but step by step, we managed it. The process wasn't easy. There were fees, calls, and moments where she almost gave up. But through it, I saw something important. She was genuinely remorseful. She faced every mistake head-on and didn't try to hide anything anymore. It changed how we both communicated after that. Over time, Jenna began separating her business finances properly. I helped her open a small business account and even built a simple tracking spreadsheet for her. It was our way of starting fresh, with honesty as the foundation. Slowly, the tension faded, replaced by quiet respect. Months later, she surprised me by paying back every single amount that had been charged under my name. She handed me a small envelope with receipts and a note inside. It simply read, "Thank you for believing in me when I didn't believe in myself." I kept that note. Not because I wanted to remember the mistake, but because it reminded me what trust can survive when it's handled with honesty instead of anger. We both learned that mistakes don't always end things. Sometimes they build stronger understanding if both people are willing to face them. Now, when I look back, I don't see the stress or the financial mess. I see the moment we stopped pretending to be perfect and started learning what real partnership means: owning up, rebuilding, and growing together.